Are you going to do the same thing today you did yesterday and expect a different result? Change what you think, change what you do, and tomorrow will be different from today. You know why it's so simple for me? Because I have a lot of experience. You can only change your tomorrows by changing yourself today. Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration, the Power is Within podcast. Thanks for joining us. My 1,630, 42 subscribers. My wonderful subscribers, thank you for joining me. You are the reason I'm here, because if no one was listening, what would be the point, right? So be sure to join us on, Saturday, December 3rd. Alpha Kingdom, AV, Alpha Villains, and King Dre are going to be here, and we're going to chop it up. We're going to have some gold nuggets for you guys out there that are in the dating game and wanting to understand what makes women tick. Also, join me on the Dragon Ship every Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Got a great crew there, a lot of wisdom there for you younger men. You can learn something that's going to make your life easier and help you on the road to success. Tonight's topic is things guys do that make girls cringe. Cringe. Do guys sometimes do things that make you cringe, Paulina?
Yeah, all the time.
Really? Oh, and this is the Ask Paulina here. So if you have any comments or questions to ask Paulina, put them in the chat and we will address those. So let's start off here. I drummed this up here on the internet. These are some of the things. I don't know if I agree with all of them, but some of them. Sexual innuendo. The single biggest sign of immaturity. Once in a blue moon and delivered cleverly, it can be fun. But as a default position, it's just cringe. Sexual innuendo. What do you think about that?
I don't know what that is.
It's when somebody, they insinuate that they want to do something sexual with you. They indicate it, or they make a gesture or something.
I don't think that's too cringy.
I don't think so either. I don't know what the deal is. I mean, the opposite of that is the nice guy approach. Oh, would you like to hang out sometime? What was that? Yeah. You think the girl doesn't know what you mean when you say, would you like to hang out sometimes? Yeah. Not that you should directly ask her to go to bed with you, of course, but girls know that you want to be with them physically. And when you pull that crap, it's like, you see what she acted. It's weak. It's simpy. It's weak and simpy. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I don't quite understand that one. Maybe I'm missing something there. Okay. Telling me how many girls they have slept with. Yep. Never, ever. I repeat, never tell a girl your body count. Why would you want to do that? Even if she asks you, what's the point? Change the subject, talk about something else. And don't ask her hers either. You will find that out soon enough by the way she acts and how comfortable she is with you in certain physical encounters, of course. Yeah. Okay. Saying women are so complicated. Yes, we might be so, but it doesn't mean guys are not. Have you heard that one before? Women are so complicated.
A lot of people have told me I'm complicated, but it's not an ick. It's just like, I know. Like, and then the only thing I say back to them is guys are complicated too. But I don't find that an ick. I don't see how that would be found an ick. It's the truth. I mean, if you don't like the truth, then
yeah. Well,
I mean, some icks can be the truth, but I mean, saying girls are complicated, I don't find that as an ick. I just find it as okay. And like,
yeah, I don't know.
Some guys like complicated though. That's the thing. A lot of guys like complicated, and a lot of girls do too. It's not.
It's a challenge.
Yeah.
It's not boring. Do you get bored when it's uncomplicated?
Mm-mm.
No?
Mm-hmm.
You-
Whenever, because then it's kind of like there's no drama.
Ah, of course.
And
Hear
like,
that,
come on,
guys?
everybody loves drama. I mean, if you don't like drama, then you're just boring. Like, what are you doing with your life if you don't have drama
I
in
kind
it?
of related to a heart monitor. You know, when it's going up and down like this, you're alive. When it's like this, you're
Mhm.
dead.
It's so, without drama in your life, I feel like, I'm not saying your whole drama or your whole life needs to be filled with drama, but it's like having
Hey,
it
what's up, HUDs?
having
Go
it
ahead.
there and like every now and then is pretty exciting.
Question for you, Pauline, from the Hudsman. He's
Why
one
would
of
a
my
girl
fellow
want complicated?
Drakars on the dragon ship.
I feel like a girl would only want complicated because it brings excitement in her life. I mean, sometimes it is, I feel like, a struggle for a girl to date a guy that's so complicated because you can't really, it's just hard to tell what a guy wants, but then that just has you wondering. It kind of just makes you want to fish in more, I feel. But if the guy isn't complicated at all, then it's like there's no drama, there's no excitement, there's no questioning if I'm, good to be with this guy, but,
Flatlined.
yeah.
So what do you do when that happens?
I just don't talk to the guy anymore.
Ah,
I mean, if
cold.
there's just no excitement, it's like, ew, why am I talking to you? Like, don't get me wrong. I do like quiet guys, but I've dated some guys before that I've told my drama to, and they're like, okay, then just don't talk to her. But that's not what I want to hear. I want the guy to like or actually all the time, I want the guy to be like, oh yeah, ew. Like kind of relate with me or kind of agree with me. I don't want the guy to just be like, okay, well, why are you talking to her in the first place? Because then it's like he's trying to get rid of all the drama in my life. And that's the only thing that's kind of keeping me going, like giving me, what's the word? I don't know. It just keeps excitement in my life. And when a guy doesn't want that in his life, it's like, you're boring.
Well, I've heard tell you can do about anything to a girl except bore her.
Yeah. If you bore a girl, it's like done for you. There's no I've gotten bored in so many relationships. I guess that's just kind of how it is because guys just don't guys have fun with their friends. So I feel like it's kind of hard for a guy to, get excited with his girlfriend cuz they can't really talk about the same thing. But if you bore a girl, then it's done for you. Like you cannot I guess you could say you can't really redeem yourself.
Well, tell me this. Have you ever walked up to a group of guys and they're joking around and having fun, and as soon as you walk up there,
They just stop. Yeah, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. That is so dumb. I feel like, and I always tell them, I'm like, you can keep talking. Like, it doesn't bother me, mainly because of the fact that there's so many guys here. And like today, I was at Mark's baby reveal thing, and all of his friends were
It's a
joking around.
boy.
And all of his friends were joking around, and I went up to the table and they didn't stop. That's what I like though,
Yeah.
because it's hard for me to fit in, and I feel like the only people that I can talk to are males because of the fact that girls are just so petty. So
You heard that, didn't you?
so it's like I don't care about like what guys talk about. So half the time I find it funny. But I mean, if a guy's sitting here bashing on a girl and talking about, oh, I can't believe I dated her, and he was with her for like some guys will just go talk crap on a female, and then when they're not around their friends, they're like, "Oh my god, I love her so much. Like, oh my god, I miss you. Please come back to me." I've had so many guys do that. Like, a lot of the guys who go and make rumors about me and talk badly about me at school are the same ones that want to have sex with me.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me. They just don't want their buddies to know it.
Yeah, they're too scared because they'll go talk badly about me, and I'll hear it all day, and then that same night they'll text me and be like, let me come over, let me come pick you up, like you're so hot, like, and they'll flirt with me in class, or they'll try to be all touchy with me, and it's like you were literally just saying I was a garden tool. So I keep my distance from those people because a lot of the people at my school call me a garden tool, but I feel like I can't date anybody there because they're so worried about what other people think. And people who really know me know how I am and know that I'm not easy like everybody else who lives around here. There's not one girl around here that doesn't have a 0 body count unless they're 12. Like,
oh, there's got to be one. Sure, there's a couple.
maybe like 3 or 4, but
yeah,
those are the girls who have never had a boyfriend in their life because they just can't be in a relationship. Like, there's just so many, and a lot of girls around here just lie about their body count because they're scared of what people will think. But with me, I've always told the truth, and I feel like the fact that I have told you the truth made it seem that I was lying, I guess, to the guys. But I've always been truthful. But since so many people dislike me, they make rumors up about me, say I have a body count of 10 or 15, or I've done stuff with some person. There's guys who went around and made rumors and say they have slept with me. I don't know how they know that, but I didn't.
Yeah, well, that happens when you're I experienced that when I was younger. Girls would say they'd been with me, and I was never even with them.
Yeah,
they'd tell people I was with them.
And the reason why I've dated so many guys is because I'll be with somebody, and then another person will go and make rumors about me, and then it just ruins the whole relationship. And then I understand.
And when you say been with guys, you just mean
I'm like dating or just talking to them for like a month, maybe. Like, anytime I flirt with anybody and someone finds out that I was flirting with them,
I keep a tight rein on her.
They say stuff like, "Oh my God, ew, did you know this? Rumors is what they do. And the guy that I'm talking to is so afraid of his reputation being ruined or afraid of what people will think he'll break up with me. That's why I've been in so many relationships. That's why people think I have a huge body count. But it's not even like that. It's just all the guys around here are just wussies. You should not care what people think. That's what everybody here in Troy is like. They care too much about what other people think, so they don't.
Well, yeah, I would say it's a small community, but it's not really that small anymore. We got how many schools are there? 4 or 5?
They're building another one, but
so
they have
1, 2, 3.
They have 4 right now.
4. Well, 5 if you want to count the small. So it'd be 6. The one out here, South Main Street.
Oh yeah,
that'd be 5, 6. So this would be 6 actually.
Yeah,
6 schools. So yeah, there's hundreds of thousands of people around here. So it's not small anymore. It used to be a small community. Okay, constant sexual talk. I'm quite open to flirting, sexy talk sometimes, but it doesn't have to be a part of every single conversation. What do you think about that one?
I feel like that's kind of true. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily cringe me out. It just makes me feel used.
Yeah, like he just wants one thing.
Yeah, so that kind of just pushes me away, makes me keep my distance.
Wear the pants down to their knees. No one wants to see the oversized boxers you're wearing. Stop it.
Yeah, I don't like that. I hate when guys sag because it. Don't get me wrong, like Henry, he sags, but it's like the tiniest bit.
Yeah.
But Frank, he sags where you can quite literally see his whole butt out with his boxers. So when Frank sags,
is that your number of friends you have or your IQ?
Frank sags like in an unattractive way. If I was dating somebody and they sagged as much Frank did, I'd break up with them. But if they sagged as much as Henry did, I wouldn't care. Because the Henry's isn't noticeable. But when a guy sags and I can see his boxers, it's like, why? Like,
are there a lot of guys sagging?
Mm-hmm.
Is there?
And a lot of guys that sag walk outward and really wide.
Well, they can't walk, can they?
No, and because they don't want to crease their shoes. It makes them look dumb. It makes me like, obviously I don't want a guy to walk, inwards and his pants pulled up all the way, wearing some khakis, walking. But sagging all the way and walking outwards because you don't want to crease your shoes is kind of really ugly, actually. Yeah. So, yeah, I find that gross.
Okay, let me see. They wear ponytails. A greasy ponytail looks bad on anyone, but men could easily cut theirs off and improve their looks by 100%.
Okay.
You have greasy ponytail guys in school?
No.
I thought that was the thing.
There's some, but
maybe the bun, huh?
But with me, I am actually attracted to long hair. I really like long hair. Ponytails though, not the biggest fan of a guy wearing a ponytail. I mean, I dated a guy who would, push his hair back out of the way sometimes, but that doesn't really bother me. I mean, if it's greasy and you're not washing your hair, then yeah, that's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's just like a simple, if you just have long hair, that's fine. I like long hair.
Well, how much does good hygiene make? I mean, people have nice teeth and their
I
hair's combed
love good hygiene.
But people don't seem to, I don't know about hygiene, but people don't seem to dress. You know, your brother Henry dresses.
Yeah.
Not too many guys in school dress like that, do they?
No, a lot of the guys in my school
really
wear sweatpants.
You can see the contour of his body with his clothes on.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I don't have a big problem with the way that some of the guys dress. I mean, now though, some of the guys wear like girl PJs and like
girl pajamas.
Yeah, like pink pajamas.
And what kind of shoes they wear? Flip flops?
Some of them wear Crocs. There's these things called Yeezy slides, and they look like spaceships. Is what they look like an alien spaceship. And a lot of guys at our school wear them. I don't have a problem with a guy wearing slides, sweatpants, and a hoodie. I don't have a problem with that. It's just when you take it too far to the point where you're wearing slides with no socks on, or you're wearing girl pajama pants and you're wearing the exact same hoodie every single day. I am so big on hygiene. Like, I've dated some guys that had the worst hygiene that I probably could imagine. And I let myself date a guy who had bad hygiene. So dating a guy with good hygiene now is like, it's really nice. Like, when a guy smells good, that makes him 10 times more attractive than he is.
Do you like it when guys use cologne?
Yes. I dated a guy for a while that didn't use cologne. He had kind of a natural smell, which I didn't have a problem with. But when a guy wears cologne, he smells really, really good.
Yeah.
Like, if you smell good without cologne, like, cool, good for you. But a guy wearing cologne makes him smell 10 times better.
What's your favorite cologne? Do you know?
I was about to say, since I've been around you and the guy so long and you guys buy expensive cologne, I can tell when the guy has a very cheap smelling cologne.
Yeah.
Like
cheap cologne, like cheap perfume.
But like Axe body spray.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff stinks. I'd much rather smell Old Spice.
Yeah.
And you use Valentino.
And Salvaje, I think.
So like, your stuff is expensive. So now, since I'm always around you guys, I know the difference between cheap cologne, and it has a chemical-y kind of smell to it. So I don't know what the guys have worn that like smell good to me, but when I can tell that it's not like, oh, I bought it for $5, then I like that. But if it's like a very cheap cologne, then it's like, oh, okay, gross.
Hey, you got it. Don't use cheap cologne, guys.
I'm not saying it needs to be like how you buy $100 cologne bottle, but don't use Axe. Axe is disgusting. It's probably the worst kind of cologne/body spray I've ever smelled in my life. It's disgusting.
What about deodorant?
I love deodorant. I love Old Spice. I know some guys have to use certain types of deodorants because Old Spice isn't good for everybody. Like, Old Spice has done some really bad things to me too. Remember when
break your arms out?
Yeah, really bad. I had to go to the hospital for it.
I forgot.
But
I can't keep up with all these
Old
kids.
Spice, sometimes guys can't use that, but more than likely that's what I like guys to use. I'm not saying use it and break out and kill your skin, but if you can use it, go for it, because I love Old Spice.
What about teeth?
I've never had a problem with somebody not having straight teeth. Like, I mean, if they're really like, all over the place. And I know some guys can't really control that, but as long as you keep them clean and your breath doesn't smell disgusting all the time, then, it's whatever.
What about a smile? How important is a smile? Or do you like the stern?
I like a smile. What I like about guys is if a guy's mean to everybody and then just has a special soft spot for me. That's what I really like. Like, not like a, oh my God, a soft spot, like, I'm simpy.
A bad
But
boy? A bad boy?
But I mean, like, if a guy's just mean to every other girl and then he actually talks to me, like, I find that so attractive. So I feel like a smile is important, yes, but if he's like smiling all the time, making himself look like he wants to talk to other people,
Yeah.
kind of just makes me a little bit angry. I also like one thing, if you ever have a girlfriend or somebody that you dated for a really long time, have their back. You gotta have their back. If you hear somebody speaking badly about your partner, you say something. You do not just sit there and let that happen. That is the one thing that has always made me mad my entire life. There's always been one girl that doesn't like me that goes and talks badly about me to my boyfriend, and he does not say anything.
Yeah, that's kind of.
It's horrible. It just shows that you're a wuss. It makes me not want to be with you. And even if you've dated somebody for such a long time, like I was with this dude for 2 years and we just recently broke up, and there was a girl sitting with him at in his class, and she called me the B word. And like an hour before that I had asked him, do you have my back? Like, you always got my back, right? And he was like, yeah, I do. But he didn't say anything when she called me the B word. And I told him, like, she's causing problems and I just want to be friends with you, but it's causing a lot of conflict here. Can you just stop talking to her? He said no. And I was like, okay, I get I don't have a say in who you're talking to because we're not together, but it's embarrassing for me, for a guy that I was with for 2 years, to go and let somebody speak badly on me, you know? And he was like, I don't like her, but I'm not going to block her. And I'm like, why though? You've never had a problem with blocking someone who doesn't like me. He was like, I just don't want to. So clearly there was something there.
Yeah, maybe he didn't defend you because he was interested in that girl.
That's exactly what I think.
Then I have to wonder too, sometimes maybe these guys don't defend you because they're growing up in a feminized society where they're almost afraid to say anything to a girl.
Yeah.
Because the girl can just about say anything to say they did something when in reality they didn't do anything at all. So I don't know, or they grow up being dominated by women, by first their mother, and then if they don't have a masculine role model in the home, then maybe they don't know how to be assertive when someone says something they don't like, when it's a woman.
Yeah. When a guy doesn't defend me, I find that as a sign of weakness, and it makes me want to not be with them.
Yeah.
It is so hard to find a guy around here who will defend your name, which is why a lot of my relationships are so hard to like make like work, because everybody that I've been with just refuses to defend my name. Like, they'll defend my name to guys and stuff, but when it comes to females, they do not say anything.
I guess they want to keep their options open.
That's what I'm saying though. And I find myself to be a very loyal person. I defend anyone's name. If somebody is, even if we're not friends, I still defend a person's name, because I wouldn't want somebody to go talk badly about me and not have my name defended. So even these two girls that I stopped being friends with, when someone speaks badly on them, I still defend their name. I try not to justify their actions, but I still defend their name. Justifying somebody's actions that they did to you while they're bashing your name is probably the worst thing you can do, because it ruins your mental health. I have experienced that, and it literally just, it's like your name's just being dragged through the mud constantly, back and forth, like all the time, and you can't do anything about it. You can't. Too scared to do it, I feel like. I don't know what that said.
A little connection problem, I think. What's up, Frank?
It had a connection thing up there.
I guess we're still good. Huh? We're still good. Okay. All right. They don't wash their clothes often enough. Some women do this too. You stink. Well, that may go back to the guy you said had bad hygiene. Here you go. How about this one? They spit on the sidewalk. Thanks. I don't prefer to walk in your tuberculosis. Does it bother you if somebody spits on the sidewalk?
Yeah, it's like hawking a loogie.
Oh, but there's a difference between just spitting and actually coughing one up.
Well, I have a phobia of spit anyway, so I feel like if a guy just, I hate that.
I spit a lot. I don't think I spit when I'm out with a girl. I don't remember spitting when I'm out with a girl. Unless it was some girl I'd been going out with a long time, then I might spit if I have to. But around my guy friends, we're always spitting. That's kind of, I don't know if I still do it or not. I can't remember. I knew I did it when I was young, but I can't remember how much I do it now. Having your hand on your girlfriend. Oh yeah, here's one. This gets on my nerves. This guy was here last week, flying around here in he's a little bitty bug of some kind. Okay, having your hand on your genitals. Nothing screams dementia as much as that. How do they get dementia out of that?
I don't even know.
It's just like when you get old and you can't think. Maybe that's a common thing, isn't it?
Yeah, all the time. Guys always have their hands in their pants. I get it if like me and him are standing there and we're literally like freezing, and he's like sitting there like this. But
that's not the case though.
No, but if you just have that irks me because it's like, because you put your hand on your face to kiss me. What do you think? Like I don't want you to kiss me anymore. Like knowing that your hand was on your genitals and you're about to put it up to my face to kiss me makes me want to punch you. It is an ick.
Seems like a habit that a lot of guys got. And
I know guys do it.
Sometimes I get on them about it.
I know guys do it. It's just like if I could just not see you do it, then that's fine.
Well, it's one thing to how would I say adjust, but I'm talking these guys just stand around with their hands in their pants.
Yep.
And talk for maybe hours. I know for quite some time because I've seen them do it. So I don't know what's up with that, where that started, or what the logic is behind that, if there is any logic behind it.
I see the first one. Asking a girl for nudes.
Is this asking around? Oh, is that what Bob and what's that? How's how you said vagine pics?
Yeah, vagine.
Vagine. Bob
asking a girl for nudes is a big turnoff. That's another form of showing a girl that you're just trying to use her, I guess. Never sent nudes and never will. It's unattractive when a guy's like, you should send me something. It's like, no. And I don't know why guys think that
if they send you a photo of
then it's gonna, oh my God, like, how do you want me to react to that? That does not make me feel any type of way.
Well, here's what I think they're thinking, because they like to look at girls, because men are visually stimulated. They think that they show you their equipment that you're going to get excited about.
Yeah, no, that does not.
That's just like men, like I say, men are visually stimulated. And like on a dating profile, if I put my body with a six pack, girls are actually, I think they're more turned off by that than they are. I mean, they might like it, but they're just not affected by that as much as a man is when he sees a woman in a two-piece bathing suit.
Yeah.
It's just not what women are attracted to.
I don't find that attractive. I mean, some guys have sent me pictures of like their equipment in their pants to like show me, kind of. And I'm just like, good for you. But what
about a upper body picture without a shirt?
Okay, that's attractive.
Oh, y'all like that?
I like that. I mean, it's not something that's like, oh my God, like I'm freaking out. It's so exciting, but it is attractive.
What's more attractive though, that or if he's dressed up in a nice jacket and suit and really looking sharp?
I like both, but yeah, I like both.
Or a uniform. How about men in uniform? How about somebody in a suit, like Army, Navy, Marines? Is that attractive?
I've seen some pretty attractive guys in like.
You like the way
suits.
They walk straight, and like a soldier.
Good posture is really nice.
Yeah.
Tall guys. I'm very attracted to tall guys.
There you go, Glenn. Shout out to Glenn Lawrence.
Tall guys are really attractive. I mean, there's this one guy at our school. He's not the best looking, but the fact that he's tall is kind of attractive. He's 6'5", I think, or taller. I think he's taller.
Not that guy I was talking to over there that time, was it?
No, that guy is 6'2".
Oh, okay.
Okay, so wait. No, this guy's like 6. Yeah. Those are two different guys, but the one that I was talking to over there is shorter than this guy. When I went to this haunted house, I saw this other guy, and it was really attractive how tall he was, because he was almost 7 foot tall.
Sure.
He was about 6'10". He was tall.
So size matters, huh?
I guess so. It's just
We're
very
talking about physique here.
It's very intimidating when a guy's taller than you because you're kind of just looking up and it's like, oh my God, I'm so scared. That's why I find tall guys attractive.
Yeah. So tell me about this guy that was over here. We won't mention any names, but I remember you liked this guy that you were talking to at the ballpark, and then after you talked to him for a while, you lost attraction. What happened?
Yeah, I thought he was really attractive, and the fact that he was tall was also really attractive.
Before you talked to him?
Yeah, over text, he was cool. And then we hung out at the park, and the minute that he opened his mouth and said one word, the attraction kind of just went.
Yeah. And that's something I want to point out to you guys is you really don't know someone until you meet them in person. I see you guys a lot of times. You sent me messages asking advice, and you say, you got this, you tell me like you're into this hot relationship with a girl, and then come to find out you haven't met her.
Yeah.
You're emotionally invested. You don't even know if you like her because you meet her, you might not like her at all. It's a whole different ball game, just like she told you. Actually meeting someone in person and texting them.
Yeah, there's a completely different thing. I mean, another guy just recently started having conversations with him over Snap and stuff. He's extremely attractive. He's ripped. Like, he's got an amazing body.
Don't you ever send like voice? You don't do that, huh?
We do sometimes.
Because that gives you a little more feeling of what somebody's like.
Okay. We send videos of us talking, but a guy can put on such a front over a video or something. Yeah. He sat at my lunch table and he talked, and I was like, never mind. That's how I felt.
Lost interest.
Well, a lot of guys just don't have game. Like, their game is just horrible. And then other times, like, either a guy doesn't have game at all or he has game. It's just cringy. Like, it's like, oh, or he'll say stuff like, you're the only girl I want. And it's like, I know you're lying, so please don't say that to me. That's cringy to me because I know you're lying. I hate when a guy's sitting here is like, and where we've been talking for like 2 days, he's like, you're the only girl I've talked to in forever. It's like, I know you're lying. I saw you in the hallway the other day talking to another female. You're a liar. That's cringy.
But I know I talk to a lot of the girls, but you're really special.
No,
really, I'm serious. There's something about you that just, you're different from the other girls.
I just
couldn't the guy persuade you?
I don't think that that's necessarily like that's what cringes me out. What cringes me out is the fact that he's trying to lie so hard. Yeah. I hate liars. Lying is the biggest ick ever. That is the biggest ick ever. Another thing too that I have a problem with that's an ick to me is when a guy sells weed. Mm-hmm. And
I think it's legal here now.
It just became legal, but it's still like, if I'm talking to somebody and all they do is just sell and sell, it's like, if you want to go ahead, get shot, go ahead. But I don't want to be a part of that because then it's like I'm involved in a way because he's who I'm with. So whenever they're like, oh, tap in, and they put a little gas emoji, that's what when they put a gas emoji. I'm out of touch for these things. When they put a gas emoji, that means that they have weed and they're trying to sell it, and they say tap in, as in text me, or they'll say
it's against the law to sell it unless you have a license.
And then they'll say who need, or like people will text me and be like, you need. I'm like, I don't need anything. I don't smoke. I think when guys sell, it's really.
What percentage of girls that you know in school, let's say out of all the girls, what percentage of the girls do you think are 402 friendly? I've heard that before.
Every single one of them, yeah.
Really?
Yep. I have not met one girl around here who has not cheated on her boyfriend.
Oh, no, I'm talking about 402 is smoking weed.
Oh, right? Yeah. No, everybody here smokes. Literally all of them.
You don't smoke.
I don't. Well, I mean, clearly. Yeah. But, I mean, the girls around, they all smoke. They all smoke. Even, like, so many girls around here smoke every single day. And it's become such a normal thing. That's what guys are attracted to now. So, a lot of
girls are on antidepressants. Got somebody at the door here. I don't know. Excuse us just a minute. Someone's banging on our door. Didn't quite sound like a police knock.
I think it did.
Anyway, back to our subject.
The dogs are gonna bark for
I
a
know.
second.
What were we saying?
That would be
Yeah.
420.
Oh, 420. 402 friendly we were talking about, right? 420.
It's
What?
420.
I thought it was 40. What? Oh, I thought. Yeah, okay.
Because it's like,
Yeah, I'm out of touch here. Sorry.
because like
guys.
420, when it's 420 people smoke, or when it's 420 like in the date.
But they don't say, they say 420 friendly or 402 friendly.
I don't know.
I thought they said, I've just seen girls on, what was it on the, but I could be wrong about the numbers. I thought they said 402, 420 friendly. Is it 420 friendly? I guess
I'd
that's it.
say it'd be 420 friendly.
I think Mr. Justin is correct. Thank you, Mr. Justin. I haven't smoked weed for probably over 30 years. It was just weed back when I smoked. So
Yeah.
Quite different back then. It all come from Colombia and Mexico. It was pretty good too. Didn't kill you like the stuff they got now. That stuff is like people get addicted to that.
Yeah.
It's so damn strong now.
Yeah, a lot of it's just become such a normal thing now. People are kind of just falling into smoking. I'm not the biggest fan. I find it gross. It makes me feel weird.
Yeah.
It's not the best feeling.
We'll save that for another video. Oh, but I did ask about the antidepressants before somebody knocked on the
Yeah,
door.
there's a lot of wait, what did you ask?
I said, what percentage of girls in school do you think are on antidepressants? Just a guess.
Percentage wise, I'd say 75%.
You think so?
There's a lot of girls,
How
but
about the guys?
Mhm.
Quite,
not very many. Maybe
very many?
maybe 20%.
yeah, well, that kind of goes along with the stats about older women being on, a lot of American women are on antidepressants.
Well, another thing too is I feel like people fake it and then they get on antidepressants and it makes them be depressed.
Yeah.
So it's like they fake it for attention and then they actually get depressed and it makes them feel crappy and then they always have to take it. So then it's like medicine half the time just makes you dull.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Yeah. Well, it's necessary sometimes, but I think it gets used a little too much.
Yeah.
Instead of dealing with our problems. So now let me see. Back to the subject. Labeling every woman as a gold digger.
Yeah.
Do you hear much of that? Do people talk about that at school?
Not really anymore, but it's also like a lot of guys do say, oh my God, she's such a gold digger. She only wants me for my, but nowadays a gold digger is like, oh, she only wants me for my car and giving her rides anymore. So that's kind of a gold digger. Or she always wants me to buy her clothes and food. Clearly if you have money and you can provide for your girlfriend, a girl's obviously going to ask you to do things for her. If she can't drive, give her rides. Like if she has no ride and she's asking you, then like half the time guys are a last resort. When you can't find a ride, like guys are usually just a last resort if you have no other ride anywhere else. But it's like, if you have money and the girl knows you have money, obviously she wants you to take care of her. Obviously she wants you to take her out. It's not you being a gold digger. It's just you wanting a gold digger. And then, a girl who just wants to be taken care of. It's fine. It's fine.
I wonder if it can be heard.
I don't think it can.
Okay. I don't know why they're going crazy. I didn't put the dogs up there going, can you take, who's here? That's why they're going.
Frank.
Can you take care of those dogs?
They're
I don't know if
nerves.
it's coming through on the stream or not. Can you guys hear the dogs? We usually put them in the pen. I didn't tonight, which maybe was a mistake. But we will proceed. What are we talking about? I had a question for you or something. Damn, what was it? Yeah. Anyway, let's go on here. Expecting a working woman to manage office and household chores both. Of course, you wouldn't know about that. Expecting a working woman to manage office and household chores both. Well, my opinion on that is if you're both working, yeah, they can hear the dogs. They said, thank you, Mr. Justin. Where's Frank? You over there?
Yeah, he took care of it. They stopped. Oh, never mind.
I hear him barking.
They're upstairs.
What?
It's the one upstairs. Okay, continue.
Anyway, I was talking about expecting a working woman. You're going to have to put them in the box or something. Expecting a working woman to manage office and household chores both. I think that's true. I mean, if she's working and you're working, you should probably both take care of them. I think. But I don't particularly like the situation where the woman's working anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these women are like men now. They think, well, I got a career, I got my own house. What else do they talk about with the? I got money in the bank. I'm a strong, independent woman. Well, I don't really give a crap. I don't care if she got a house, money in the bank. That doesn't matter. A good job. That doesn't matter to me. That's not what I'm looking for. And any man that could, I think, is worth his salt that can provide for a woman, he doesn't care about that. He wants a woman that can bring him comfort, peace, and take care of the home and the kids. But if you're both working, if that's the case, then I could see why, she shouldn't have to do everything if you're both doing the same work out of the house. But think about this. If that's the case, then she's out there working for some man all day long, submitting to him, and she's going to come home and she doesn't want to submit to her husband a lot of times.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that. That's kind of goes against what I believe. But sometimes a woman has to work, and they both do. Running after a girl even when she has said no. You've never had that happen, have you? I'm joking. I'm kidding.
I know, but what is that question like? What does that
you
mean?
broke up with a guy and he keeps, oh, please give me one more chance.
Yeah, no, I've had that happen.
Yeah, so that's cringy.
Yeah, cringy.
They're begging you, please give me another chance.
I mean, sometimes I'd like for a guy to be like, kind of chasing after me, but not like, oh my God, please be back together with me, stuff like that. I don't like that.
So girls like to be chased.
Sometimes, depending on the circumstances. Sometimes, yeah.
So who should bring up the idea about when you want to be my girlfriend or you want to be my boyfriend? Who?
The guy.
Or you think the guy should ask you?
No, I think I should ask. The girl should ask, "What are we?"
Oh, okay.
And then the guy tells you. But if a guy asks, it's like, ew, why did you just ask me that?
I've also been told that, and I believe this to be true, if the guy starts talking to you about your future together, there probably isn't going to be one.
Yeah.
That kind of cringy too?
In a way, yeah. I feel like if the girl starts talking about it first and he kind of agrees, that's good. But if he starts talking about it first, then it's like, ew, that's how I feel.
Last girl I dated after I left her, I decided to go out with her again. And she asked me twice, what are we? And I'm like, well, let's just say we're lovers. That's all I told her. And then I was out with her one more time, and she was trying to convince me that she had changed and all that. I knew what she was doing, wanted to get back together with me, but I was not interested. I was just interested in having fun, and that was about it because she had her chance. So, all right. Losing their dignity for a woman who doesn't give a shit about them. You understand what that means? Basically, it's kind of what we were just talking about before. It's when they're begging and pleading and crawling or humiliate themselves to, like, I know I'm not very good, but would you give me another chance? If you don't want me, I understand. Nobody really wants me, that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, no,
you've heard that before, haven't you?
That's called a pick me boy.
Ah.
That's called he's basically saying, pick me, pick me, pick me. That's what he's saying.
Tell me how wonderful I am.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you that I don't feel like I'm anybody.
Yeah, I hate that so much. I've had so many guys do that, and it's like, I just recently had somebody do that.
So I brought it up.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I'm just not good enough for you. Okay, keep that in your mindset because I'm done talking to you. I cannot do that.
I think all of us have felt that way, but when you go telling a girl that,
it's ew. It's like, oh, it's disgusting. I hate that.
Yeah, because if he doesn't feel like he's good enough, you're sure not going to feel like
exactly.
He is.
If you, I don't know. I can't do that. I find it disgusting. I just can't. I don't like when guys say that type of stuff. Like, I'm not good enough for you. Like, I don't even know why you chose to be with me. Like, I'm such a horrible person. It's like, okay.
How about this one? And we'll be cautious how we speak about this, but how about when they threaten to eliminate themselves or I can't live without you or my life isn't worth living? And you hear all these songs on the radio. I can't live. I'm not going to sing it. I can't live without your love and all these things. And it just really, how do I say, promotes simping.
Yeah, I hate that so much because it's like you put so much pressure on a girl when you say that. It's like, obviously sometimes girls know you're not going to do it, but there's also that possibility and that thought of, oh my gosh, like he's going to do it. It's literally just like you're trying to get a girl to be with you out of pity.
Yeah.
So what's the reason? Like I find that cringy, repulsive, disgusting, just gross. You put so much pressure on a girl because she doesn't want to be with you.
Well, now, contrary to what kind of society tells us, a girl, they want to be treated like a queen, but that's not really true, is it?
Mm-mm. I feel like if you put your girl on such a pedestal, she's just gonna kind of want to run away. Like she's up on this pedestal and you're all the way down here tying her shoe, and she's gonna run away.
Yeah,
So.
I've made the mistake myself of treating girls too good.
Yeah.
And after I dumped them because they started treating me like crap, they came back later and said, "You were just too good to me."
Yeah.
So don't think that you can date girls and just treat them really well and they're going to reciprocate. It just doesn't work that way. Women are different than men. They think differently. They respond differently. Now, what is it? Nice guys finish last with girls. Doesn't mean you have to be a jerk to them, although that's better than being a nice guy. But nice girls finish first with guys. Keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we have so many women now trying to be masculine, and they think that men are going to be attracted to them by all their accomplishments. But that's the same as men thinking women are going to be attracted to them by their physical beauty alone.
Mm-hmm.
And it just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen, and maybe you've been attracted to some guys. I've seen, this is for you guys to think, if you're not, just because you're not 6 foot tall, 6-pack abs, 6-figure income, whatever, it doesn't matter. Because I've seen guys that were lacking in the looks department could pick up some really fine girls. Because first off, they believed in themselves. They believed they had some self-esteem, they had self-worth. And that's what a girl is really attracted to, is inner strength. Now, she may not be attracted to you when she first sees you. Maybe she's even repulsed by your looks. Who was it? One of the greatest Casanovas of all time said, "Let me get past my ugly face, I think, and I could bed the Queen of England." Somebody in the chat probably knows. I don't know if it was Voltaire or it wasn't Casanova, I don't think. Anyway, so question. Oh, no, he's asking me. How old is your daughter? She talked. But she's growing up around us boys. Boy, I'm not a boy, but hell, I feel like a boy sometimes. But her brothers are all, she's got 5 brothers, and of course me. So she's been around men all her life, really.
Yeah.
Since you were how old? 4, 3? How old were you when you come up here?
4.
4. She was 4 when she came up here from Latin America. She was born down there. I had 3 kids born here in the States, same woman, and then we had 3 more kids when we were down there. And so they all ended up coming up here and staying with me, been with me for last 10 or 12 years, just us. Okay. Asking for casual friendship from a woman and sending hi, hello repeatedly.
I hate that so much.
Does that happen? I never even thought of something like that. It's a common thing.
It's so horrible when a guy's just like, "Hey, hello, hey," or they'll call you. You guys don't even talk and they'll call you, be like, "Answer my text," and then hang up. That is the most cringiest thing I've ever experienced in my life. What is that?
It's your phone?
No. It was flashing.
Anyway, go ahead.
But no, that is just cringy. I find that cringy.
Huh. All right. Next.
What was that? That's kind of.
Here's some from a guy. I'm no woman, but here's what I think women hate. This is a guy. Arrogance.
I don't even really know what that is.
Arrogance is kind of like
cocky.
I'm the best. But I tell guys to err to, what it means to err on the side of arrogance rather than, "I know you probably would want to go out with me, but would you have lunch with me, or would you like to have a coffee with me?"
Like, cocky's good unless you take it to a certain extent, and then it's like, okay, stop, because it just gets kind of annoying because it's like, okay, you're being too cocky.
Yeah, there's a fine line there. What's going on here? I don't know if you'll get. We're losing our connection here for some reason.
We're still on, so keep going.
Are we still on?
Yeah. We're still on.
Oh, what's happening? Okay. Arrogance. Show offs. That kind of goes along with arrogance.
It does. Lazy guys. Oh my gosh. I hate guys who are lazy.
How can you tell if a guy's lazy?
Oh
What do you
my
mean by lazy?
gosh. I was trying to have this guy come like hang out with me the other day and he goes, I can't. And I was like, why? He goes, just tired when I am in bed. What did you do today besides play on a video game?
Maybe he's playing hard to get.
He's just being lazy. And I was just like, can you like, try like you see like something like that. I was kind of being a little bit pushy just in case like he was trying to play hard to get and he was like, nah, not tonight. Maybe some other time. It's like, ugh. Get up. Like you're being lazy.
He's probably getting ready to order DoorDash or something.
Yes. It's just like do something with your life. Like guys who just don't do anything are just because then you get all no offense to bigger people, but I'm not a big fan of when people get all chunky because they're not doing anything productive. I'll check.
Super still.
Yeah, we're still on.
Okay. What do we got? We got a bad connection. We got a connection between the we're having some connection problems here. I don't know why.
Yeah, we need that new modem.
What's that?
So we need that new modem.
Well, why are we having connection problems now? We didn't have them before.
I don't know.
You got too much stuff hooked up there, maybe?
No, all my stuff's off.
Well, we have to do something about that. Lazy. How about
Oh yeah, we're still on.
abusive guys? Of course. That's,
Mm-hmm. That's obviously an ick. That's a
yeah,
red
I
flag.
think so. Cheaters.
Red flag, gross. I hate cheaters. They can go.
But yet some girls are extremely attracted to cheaters. It keeps that drama going.
Yeah, but it's like I don't want to. I am such a big overthinker when it comes to a lot of things. Me personally. So it's like whenever a guy cheats, it's just a constant worry all the time of another female. Like that's all I can think about is what if it wasn't me? What if it was that girl he cheated on me with that he was kissing right now? I'm a big overthinker. So with me, that's a really big ick.
Okay. Here's one. Get angry at women for not giving them attention. It's the saddest, most cringeworthy way to express loneliness, to resent people for not responding to inappropriate overtures. It's kind of like, I don't know about inappropriate overtures, but not giving them enough attention. Well, I think that's an issue with social media now. It's like with this instant messaging, we always expect everyone just to be there as soon as we message. And if she doesn't answer, then we're like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. I feel like all of these are like really big icks, but it's not just icks. It's just like regular things that nobody would like a guy doing in the first place. So I feel like a lot of these are just not necessarily icks. They're just, what is the word? Deal breakers in a relationship.
Well, tell me this though. Have you ever used like made people wait on a message just to try to build attraction or manipulate guys with that?
Yeah.
Girls do that quite a bit?
Mm-hmm. All the time.
Really?
A lot.
Have you used it to weed out the needy guys too?
Yeah.
Because if you don't get back with them right, they get, hey, why aren't you answering my messages?
I hate that so much.
They send 2 or 3 messages. Hey, where are you?
Yeah, they'll be like, why aren't you answering me? Or they'll call a million times and it's like, okay, done talking to you. You're off the list, I guess you could say.
That already tells you that you're probably a little insecure.
Yeah.
Jeff, man knows. I don't know. We may have to. Oh, here's one. Here you go. Something a little more comical. Fart in public. Proud of themselves and grinning like a child who just had a good go. A good poo. Well, I actually had grown men lean over and say to me, grinning madly, smell that? That was a good one, eh? You ever anybody do that? No?
No, actually I haven't. It's disgusting. Yeah,
I think that might kill the attraction.
I feel like that also has something to do with hygiene. I know guys fart and poop, but I do not want to know.
Yeah.
I'd rather not know when a guy goes to the bathroom to go take a poop.
Yeah, I can understand that. Lounge on the couch with their hands down, their pants while watching football. games on TV, occasionally taking them out so they can gesticulate at the screen and yell. What?
Just. I hate that.
Yell at
So
freaking inanimate objects. The little man on the TV can't hear you, darling.
So what? You know what they're trying to say? Like they have their hands in their pants, and then if somebody like makes a score on the football team, he'll take them out and start yelling. And I'll be like, oh my God, like things like that. It's like, I feel like that also has another thing to do with being lazy. So
that's a turnoff. Cringy, huh? Oh, here you go. How about this one? Yelling nice ass, nice boobs, or grabbing me.
Yeah, that's catcalling.
You know what? I mean, okay. That wasn't my cup of tea, but what about if a guy looks at you and says, man, you got a nice butt?
That's different.
No,
but if he's just,
hey, baby, I like that ass.
if it's something like that, then it's like, okay.
Because I'll tell you, most of the time when a guy does that, if you turn around and walked up to him and said, hey, what's your name? He'd probably be freaking out and wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Most of the guys that do that usually don't have a pair enough to actually. And what do we got there, Frank? Are you still trying to get that screen going? I can't see the chat, so if anybody's asking questions, here we got it back.
No, there's nobody.
Oh, no, we haven't got it. Okay. I was concerned about that. I don't know why we're having technical difficulties here.
Let's check in the time.
What time is it? 7? We got an hour. Got an hour in here.
Yeah.
Okay. How about this one? They expose their stomachs, armpits, and/or their drawers, underwear. There's way more of you than I want to see. It doesn't matter that I'm middle-aged mama. It doesn't matter if you're built like a male model. I don't want to see that much of your body or any portion of your underwear. It makes me feel like my boundaries are not being respected. This is a public beach, men. Expose their stomach, armpits. So if you're on a beach, I mean, you got a pair of swim trunks on, you're going to be exposing your... So I don't know what's up. It seems to me that in the USA here, women are getting to wear any kind of a lot of types of approaches to women. They're like, oh, what are you doing that for? I don't even know. I feel bad for these young men because I don't know what they're supposed to do. Because if they show their interest, a lot of times women are like, what are you doing that for? I don't understand. Mm-hmm. It seems like they're getting ridiculed for whatever they do. Unless, of course, there you go. If they're attracted to the guy, he can pretty well do whatever he wants to. But if they're not, then he's gross and he's maybe abusive or verbally abusive, depending on what he says. Wasn't that guy here last time?
Yeah.
We got this little gnat in here. He was here last time bothering me. So I don't really know what guys are supposed to do. But what I tell people and what I do is I got a lot of these guys believe in cold approach. I'm not much for cold approach unless I get some kind of signal. Like if she's looking at me, I know she likes me. But if she's not looking at me or she's not putting herself in my vicinity, then I usually won't approach anybody. Because number one, it usually means they got somebody, they're married, or they're just not interested, or who knows what's going on in their mind. Yeah. But if a girl's interested in you, she'll look at you, or she'll come walk up beside you, maybe in the grocery store, and look at the produce or something like that. Then you can say something to her about the produce or whatever. I've done that before. Yeah. Or do you know where this is at or where that's at? It's real simple. You don't have to. It's pretty unassuming, and you can see how she responds to you. Yeah. If she responds favorably, then you could, move on to something more like meeting her somewhere or something like that. All right. Well, I tell you what, I think we're going to wrap it up. Maybe one more. We'll do one more.
Oh my gosh, I hate that.
We'll finish it up on this, guys. Baby talk.
Baby talk.
They'll awful. Don't do it.
They'll say sorry, but instead of saying sorry, they'll say sorry with 2 W's. Or please, they'll say please. Oh, you're not a baby. I used to be in a relationship with a guy who used to do that all the time. It is the cringiest thing you could ever do. That's how you it's like, I hate it.
So there you go, guys. No baby talk. We're going to wrap it up for tonight. We're having some technical difficulties here with the screen, and we've been on for an hour. If you'd like to get my help personally, check out my website at marksinspiration.com. I do consultations. I'd be glad to help you with whatever you have going on, business, personal, relationships. What else? Fitness. Fitness is a big one for me. So got anything else you'd like to add to our guests before we leave?
Nope.
Join us next weekend, same time, same bad channel. Take care.